Okay, this is, I believe, part 2 of explaining to you the difference between a G05-802 and the 19v2000 monitor switchability parts you can use in either monitor. Part 1 has more information, so you might want to watch that if you haven't seen this yet. But briefly to explain again, the chassis for the 802 and V2000 are interchangeable. There is an extra pin on the 802, or not an extra pin, but a pin that's at a different location. You will have to bend out the way or unsolder to get the V2000 configuration plug in here. I believe Asteroids Deluxe uses the V2000 chassis as well. I think Omega Race, I'm not exactly sure now. But anyway, you have to bend this pin out the way or just unsolder it so the connector goes in there, but it'll just work just fine without changing any wiring around or anything like that. They are interchangeable. High voltage cages are also interchangeable. This is a what is this? These are the V2000s, and this is a G05-802 high voltage cage, and again these are interchangeable too. There is the pin, one of the pins to the 802 has a extra pin on the high voltage cage, which you don't have to bend any pins out of the way or do anything. And just be aware that you say, no, there's an extra pin here. It doesn't matter. I think it's just an extra ground connection there. So again, these are interchangeable as well. And this is the way the V2000 monitors look. Now there's a 15-inch size and there's a 19-inch size. And again, those parts are interchangeable as well. There's no difference there. This is a 15-inch monitor, and this is the way the configuration looks like. It just has a chassis board over here and a high voltage cage there. Again, these plugs are all the same too. There's nothing you have to do on these plugs that you have to change around. So they're totally interchangeable. Now I do have a Electrohome 805 G05-801 that I'm going to show you here. That is different. And these only came in the 19-inch versions, and this is what those look like. These were typically in lunar landers and early asteroids, 79 models. Later in the 80s they switched these out and put the Electrohomes in there, the 802 rather than the 801. The 801 you can quickly identify with the big power brick back here with the 2 caps in the middle, and it also has the boards on the side here, with the chassis board and the yoke to drive the yoke, power unit up here, the heatsink. And here is the an 801 cage. Now these are not interchangeable with the 802 cages directly. There is a modification you can make an 802 work in the 801. I will post the link below if you're interested in doing that. I'm not going to get into that stuff now. That's a little more technical. You have to do some component swapping on the boards to make it work, but you can do it, but not directly without doing some modification to it. So basically this is a 801 chassis, and these are not interchangeable with the 802s. So, but all the V2000s and the 802s are interchangeable. So hopefully it clears up a little bit information out there that some people might have when they're looking for new parts for these or interchangeable parts. In a later video I will demonstrate to you how to fix a blooming problem on an 801 monitor that has a high voltage doubler in it, which is the difference between these two, the 802 and 801 chassis or high voltage cage. So I will demonstrate to you how to replace that and what parts you need for that, so look out for that. I'll again post a link below, and hopefully it'll help somebody out there. So good luck in your ventures, and happy gaming.